Welcome guys, welcome back to Claydesk. I'm going to demonstrate how actually I use vibe coding instead of traditional coding and make use of these AI tools, because AI is nothing but my assistant and your assistant, and what it does is gives you the ability to work faster and become more and more productive every day, right? So here I'm using Copilot, which is a tool we can automate. It automates the code for you, right? So instead of writing all this code manually like we used to do, like I used to do, well, not anymore. It's much faster. I can't believe how fast I can actually work all of this, right? So in fact, I was working on this project, so I figured I'd give you some demo here at the same time. So what you see here is simply some different states, and then of course this is a script that is also generated by ChatGPT and DeepSeek. And I'm going to put up another video that talks about the differences between ChatGPT and DeepSeek, which one is better. So watch out for that video coming up. But here, just going to demonstrate the power of AI tools and how it enhances the productivity as a programmer or developer. So this is a script, right, that you see, a simple Python script, which has about 705 lines of code. This script was actually created, I created this using ChatGPT and DeepSeek, okay? But I'm going to put up another video just to show you how to create scripts. But here, I'm going to demonstrate how I can change, and the Copilot guides me, the AI guides my code and kind of fixes everything for me, and very fast, so I don't have to do all of the work. So let's jump right in. Take a look at, so instead of, I'm working on this omaha.py file, and here the state instead of Texas is Nebraska. So as soon as I do this, of course, what it does, Copilot does, it changes the code for me, right? It suggests and completes the code for me. So that's pretty straightforward. And next, I can come down here and simply click on what I want to change. Instead of Texas, it's going to put Nebraska. And here it's going to automatically keep changing. So it knows what needs to be changed. And all I do is just simply highlight and click and use my tab key, right, to make sure it switches to that. So wherever there's Texas, it's going to go Nebraska. And of course, I could do find and replace also, which is a tool that you can actually use. But I want to demonstrate how easy it is to work with these tools so you don't make any mistakes while coding. So that's it. All it did was simply changed everything. I'm going to go ahead and save this file. And then I already have a JSON file here for Omaha, which is the city in Nebraska, right? And now I'm going to run the command here that you can see in my terminal. Make it bigger. There we go. So I'm going to run a Python script that's going to basically run this omaha.py and create folders under Nebraska automatically with all these neighborhoods that you see up on top in the JSON file. Okay, so the old market, and then we have Benson, we have South Omaha, and so on, right? So, and you can add the neighborhoods also. So for example, if I need to add another one, I'm just going to hit the enter key, and what this does is it suggests automatically the entire JSON to me, right? That's Copilot for you. So I don't have to type anymore. I don't have to worry about finding the different neighborhoods that are out there. It just automatically finds the neighborhood based on zip codes and understands all of these, right? So I'm going to save this. And next, I'm going to go ahead and execute this file so you can actually see the folders being created. And all these scripts files, by the way, are being created with ChatGPT and DeepSeek. So I'm going to go ahead and enter, and it creates 7 neighborhood pages, right? Right here under Omaha. There we go. Bingo. So that's one, Benson. And then we see that, of course, in the JSON file right here. There we go. So it takes all of the data from here and then creates the index.html. So it creates the index for me, which is all coming up from scripts. So this web page is about 615 lines of code created by all these tools. So I can simply right click and open with live server, and boom, this is the site or the page that it created. And by the way, this entire site is also being created by AI tools, right? So these are very powerful assistants that you can actually use, and I use it every day. All these different tools which are nice. So all these FAQ questions, even the products, the finding your barber, all of these things, footer, header, you name it, is being created by these tools. So if I click on search, boom, it gives me the map for barbers near 68104, which is Benson, Nebraska. How good is that? And the premium barber services in Benson, by the way, what clients say, for example, or other FAQs, you can actually create using the scripts or using the AI tools. So vibe coding is great. You just need to know what they are. And remember, I'm going to talk about, or watch out for my other videos where I talk about chain of thought, one shot, two shot. So these are the categories or types, right? Where how you actually conceive a project, app, or you're working on your client project, right? And then you use prompts to create this code. So for example, I just demonstrated this Omaha, right? Which is the JSON file and then running the scripts. And all these scripts are, of course, created. For example, this script is about 700 lines of code. I simply gave ChatGPT a prompt. And let me show you if I have that. So right here, let me see if I can bring it up. Perfect. All right, so yeah, right off the bat, you see that I'm telling ChatGPT, hey, create the basic JSON for me. So with just one or two neighborhoods, it creates that. Then what I do is I simply paste in the VS Code JSON file and then have Copilot add additional neighborhoods as I move forward. Okay. Now let me see if I can find the prompt in DeepSeek. Let me go all the way up here. And again, because you have to tell AI what needs to be done. You have to walk AI through, right, based on your chain of thought. So if something is not working, you want to develop something, you test it, well, and then you tell DeepSeek, for example, well, do this. For example, right here, I told DeepSeek, well, let me find the previous prompt here. I know this is too much, but the idea is that you can use these tools to create whatever it is that you actually would like to do. Whether it's a script, whether it's a web page, whether it's a product demo, whatever it is that you want to do, they will help you create anything that you like. All right, so I'm looking for a prompt here that I want to show you. All right, so yeah. So what I did was I pasted a piece of code on top and I told it, can you modify the above code to enhance the UI and redo the top barber section on top of the page? Well, that's this part right here. Okay. So I asked for this part and yeah, it went ahead and gave me the entire HTML file. So I could simply use that. Okay. Now this is all generated by DeepSeek. And I'm telling DeepSeek what needs to be done. So if I don't like any part of this, right, I'm going to go ahead and give another prompt and tell DeepSeek. So for example, here it is. Here's another prompt that I use, right? And I don't worry about spelling mistakes or anything. It knows, it sort of remembers, even though it's a good practice to structure your prompt right before you actually begin. But once you get used to it, you kind of know and get the feel for what DeepSeek can do, what ChatGPT can do, what Gemini can do, and so on. So right now I said, hey, now what you need to do is remove the neighborhood search functionality and just implement the zip code based functionality. So hey, all I did was just tell it to change something, right? And then it generated the code again, because I didn't like the fact that I want to work with the search functionality. I wanted searched by zip code. Okay, so this is an idea of working with all these tools. So all these files that you see are basically with the help of these AI tools. So the work that actually I used to do maybe in 4 months or 3 months, right? I could probably do this in 10 days or 15 days, all the entire website with thousands and thousands of pages. And that's super exciting and that's pretty powerful. And you don't have to worry about syntax errors. You don't have to worry about any of this that we used to when we were manually programming, right? And even some of the difficult concepts, it actually does very seamlessly for you. But what you need to do is actually come up with the right prompt. So I hope this helps. Let me know what you think. about vibe coding, and let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to answer. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.